Hey, cutie. To say you're a sight for sore eyes is beyond an understatement. And just to be clear, you always are. But especially so right now. Mm. Mm. I'm so sorry I haven't seen you lately. Everything's just been so over the top. Work, life, all of it. I kept thinking I'd find time, and then I'd look at my phone, and it would be 3 in the morning, and I'd realize I felt like I was living inside a Van Gogh painting. Everything was just texture and swirls of color, and not a lot of coherency up close. And then I had to sleep, and then one day just bled into the next, and the next, and then. God, it's so good to see you. So catch me up. Tell me how Halloween was at your place. Well, yes, I do love hearing you talk. But I'm also genuinely curious. You know how much I love holidays. I do. Christmas is absolutely Mom's favorite, but Halloween has always been Dad's. I mean, I'm sure that isn't a shock. You've met them. He always made Halloween a huge deal. We had the giant inflatables in our yard, and he always insisted on giving out full-size bars of candy. All holidays are worth celebrating, and I love all of them. So, Spill, how was it? Oh, that sounds like an amazing time. Did you have fun? I wish I could have been there with you for it. I just had so much going on with work. I'd say that I kind of hope that one day my clients will figure out they don't need me, but that's both detrimental to my bank account and mostly untrue. I don't think a single one of them can do what I do. I mean, not many people can, but that's beside the point, I guess. That I do love my job, regardless of anything else, and that I'm good at it. The fact that I have the clientele list I have speaks to that. I'm proud of that. Building it from scratch like I did wasn't easy. It wasn't an overnight process. But I wish the whole thing wasn't so reliant on just me sometimes. It was okay, if frustrating, when it was literally just me. When I was single and I wasn't responsible to anyone else for how I spent my time. I have you now, and I don't want you for 1 second to feel insignificant or of a lesser importance to me than my job. Because you're neither. Even if I was kind of awful at drawing that boundary and showing it. Thank you for being patient with me. I'm sure there were times it wasn't easy. I promise I'll be better about it. It was... well, good's a word, I guess. But it was busy. I kept getting called out to handle things on site for various clients. I'd get home, hang up my keys in my purse, and my phone would immediately start blowing up. That was the times I made it home, anyway. I probably had just as many calls I picked up while out on jobs. When I was able to make it back to the apartment, I tried to keep my candy bowl full for the kids who stopped by, but I know it had to be empty more than once, and I hate that. I know, but I still hate it. Christmas feels magical. Halloween legitimately is. And I don't want to ruin that for any kids ever if I can help it. I don't want to terrify them to death, but I want it to be fun and memorable and special. If they're shrieking, I want it to be of laughter. That's how it always is at my parents' place, as long as I can remember. There's something I actually really want to try next year. I saw this absolutely wild story online. Someone put a potato in their candy bowl and let the kids choose whether to take candy or the potato. No, it wasn't. It was a choice the kids could make freely. No consequence, no trick, just potato or candy. They gave out over 70 potatoes. It reached some sort of urban legend level of fame, and the next year everyone was excited to find the potato house. I don't know if I want to do potatoes, but I like the idea of it. Something just offbeat enough, something no one really expects, but it's fun. Well, I figure I've got a year to workshop it, and a brilliant mind to bounce ideas off of and help me improve upon the premise. Mhm. Oh, no, not really. I finally had a moment to breathe, and I managed to get to the grocery store, which I desperately needed to do. I know, but it's so much more fun to go. I never know what I might see on the shelves that could spark an idea for something new to try. That's the part I enjoy most, the experimenting. But you're very intimately familiar with that. Mm. Oh, something weird did happen while I was at the store before Halloween. So, I picked up all my candy, and I'm taking a cursory cruise through the aisles, just in case there's some unexpected sale or some new food item that could lead to an interesting culinary experience. And there's this family, a dad, a baby in the front of the cart, a daughter who couldn't have been more than 6 or 7, and they're ending up on the same aisles I have a few times. Nothing odd there. It happens. I played peekaboo with the baby a little, waved at the girl. Basic grocery store etiquette, right? But then, there I am in the frozen aisle looking at some sort of Brazilian cheese puff bread thing. Something. And the family turns the corner again, and the little girl breaks away from her dad and trots over to me and very politely asks if she can talk to me. I told her yes. She was being really sweet, and I didn't want to be rude. And you want to encourage a kid like that who's just so curious and gregarious. Or at least I do. So I tell her yes, and I squat down to be more at her level, and she leans over and asks me if I'm a witch, like Glinda from The Wizard of Oz. It took so much not to fall on my ass laughing. It really did. It broke my heart to tell her no, but I did, and she looked so sad when she wandered back over to her dad. The weirdest part, though, was that when I popped over to the bakery, there's a different little family there. I suppose I set myself up for that. But no, I wasn't. You know, some days you're lucky you're cute. Mm-hmm. Anyway. The weird part. So, this other family, I just remember the mom and son. He was probably about the same age as the little girl, but he was a lot shyer. He just kept peeking out from behind his mom with these huge eyes and watching me. She bent down a couple of times, talked to him, I guess maybe tried to convince him I wasn't a threat. I don't know. But it gets to the point where she apologizes to me and then says that she's very sorry, but her son wants to know if I'm a witch, particularly one who could grant wishes. One kid I might have understood, maybe, but two? In the same night? In the same place? It was just so odd. No, I have no idea why they think that. I didn't think to ask the girl, and there really wasn't the opportunity to ask the boy. It was just the strangest experience I've had in a while. Oh, damn it. I'm so sorry. I have to take this. Just give me a second. This is Len Kavanaugh. How can I help you? Of course, I specialize in security X's, deterrent curses, and jinxes of inconvenience. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. I can absolutely help you. However, I'm a little busy at the moment. If you could fill out the form on my website, that would be wonderful. All right, thanks. I look forward to it, and I'll get back to you on it as soon as possible. I'm so sorry, but I promised you I'd get better. And that starts now. I promise.